Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here I am again. Well, here I am for the first time on Oxygen Not Included, which is it's an early access game at the moment. It's still in alpha, I think, but it is quite polished and it looks very, very nice. And you can see roughly where they're going with it, and it's hopefully it's going to improve quite a lot in the next few weeks, and I'll be bringing you a few updates as I do with some of the other games that are in early access. But let's have a quick look at this and I'll tell you briefly about what it is. So I've got 3 characters here, and there will be some more coming along, and they're underground, and as you can see it's rock with pockets of air, and some have got water in them, like those. Some have got various living things in, so there's like some mealwood and some plants here. But the thing that you can't really see is, if we press on this overlay, what the oxygen is like. So in this little room here where we're starting off, it's quite good. Up here, it's carbon dioxide and it's unbreathable. Down here we've got a mixture of breathable and barely breathable, and then down here unbreathable gases. And you'll find that you also get some really poisonous type gases and other things as well. The other thing is water. Water's very important, so we've got 3 lots of water around us, and this all looks like it's good water at the moment. It looks like it's quite nice. It just says water liquid, water liquid, water liquid, so none of it's contaminated. And what we need to do is survive, really. And it does say that we're underground, so I don't know whether we can dig to a surface somewhere, but let's have a look at what we can do already. So let's just press H to get me back to the home thing. So what we're going to do is we need to set up a little bit of a living area. So we need somewhere where we're going to sleep. We need something that's going to generate oxygen, because as these people breathe it in and then breathe it out again, it's going to create carbon dioxide and eventually they will suffocate, so we don't want that. And we need to make sure that we've got food, water, air. Apart from that, let's take it as we go. So what do we do? Well, let's just pause it again. Because what we've got at the bottom is things we can build. So we can build various bits in the base, we can build things that make oxygen, things that make power, etc, etc, and we'll go through those a bit better as we use them. And then we've got things that I want my people to do. Now, you don't directly control them, so you can't say, right Jack, I want you to dig this bit out or something like that, but what you can do is say, I want you to dig like this bit, and then one of them will come at some point. Now you can prioritize how urgent that job is, so and priority 9 is quite high, so I can say I want a priority 9 digging please over here, for example, and they will dig that out. You can see the priorities on here, so it says number 9 there. Right. So what we're going to do first is we are going to dig out some of the area. There's a few other bits here. This tells me how much food there is in this little locker, and it shows it's quite empty. And this says how stressed the people are and how many people I've got. We get messages here, and there's a few other bits here, so you can have a look at the vitals of the people and things like that. But these overlays are very useful, so they show you, for example, the oxygen quality and whatnot. Now, as with real life, carbon dioxide will flow downwards, oxygen will flow upwards, and water, of course, will go downwards. There's things like hydrogen in the game. They will go higher than oxygen, so you get hydrogen at the top, oxygen, then carbon dioxide. So it's all like I said, it's quite polished. The other thing is, if you look at the background here, we've got normal sandstone, we've got sand, which if I dig up to the sand will fall down, very much like sort of Boulder Dash or Minecraft or something like that. This stuff is oxalite. Don't dig it up, it creates oxygen, just leave it where it is, it's quite happy. This green stuff here is dirt. This green stuff here is algae. Algae is very useful, you can either eat it or use it to make oxygen. And this stuff here, we've got some copper ore, which shimmers nicely when you see this bit here shimmering, shimmer when you move around. So that's pretty good. We need that to make wires and stuff. So let's get going and let's make a little bit of a base. So let's unpause this. So I'm telling them to dig, so this will give them some resources. 2, 3, 4. We want it about 4 high, like that, and where is everything? Where's the water and stuff? So there's water down there, isn't there? So let's use this water. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put eventually a ladder down to this water, and we're going to put a pump in the bottom of here. I think maybe we can use this as just drinking water, and we can use this for something else. I'm just trying to mentally plan this out in my head, because we need to build places where the bad air will go to and whatnot. So it's a bit difficult. Maybe I can use this for the bad air. I don't know. Right, let's get this bigger so that we can at least do something. Let's just build it across like that. Is that more oxalite? It is more oxalite. I don't want to be digging that up. Let's just dig up to it, and we'll let the guys make a bit of a room. We're going to have maybe some beds in here or something. And I think what we'll do is we'll build a ladder down, maybe here. Why not? Let's go all the way down there. Let's cancel that. Cancel that. So you can see they just get on with it, and they manage quite happily. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put some tiles in for floor like this, and we'll do this along here like that, and we'll make this into the bedroom, I think. Now there's some things here, so for example in the bottom left I've got my cursor over the gas permeable tile. It's not available because we haven't researched it, so we need to make some research benches at some point. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the digging here so that we don't dig through, simply because they're just spending their time digging, and I don't want them to just spend their time digging. I want to be able to do some other things. So I want, for example, another layer in here, 1, 2, 3, 4 deep maybe. Make it, let's go up to there, because that's roughly where that goes up to. Now you need to be careful, some of these materials, like I said, the sand will drop down, so if there's sand anywhere it will drop, but also things like when you make a wall like this, it's not actually strong enough to hold a lot of water. It'll hold some, but you'll start seeing cracks in it, so you need to be careful of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have a floor on there. And let's make this as big as that. Get them to dig all that out, and we want a little floor there. So by the time they finish this, we'll have a couple of floors worth of. Why won't you build a wall there? Is it because of this plant? Let's dig the plant up. Now in order to get to the plant, they're going to need to be able to walk on something, because they can't reach up there. They can step up. I think they can actually get up 2 of these. I'm not sure. They can certainly get up 1 of them. So you need to be careful about, if you're building walls and things, you need to be careful you don't block them behind the walls, because I've done that in the past and it's not good. Especially if you don't realise. Yes. Yes. So let's dig this out. I'm going to dig this out. I'm going to put floor in. Now if you start digging here, you need to be careful, because again it will drop into the water. Let's just have a look at what the oxygen's doing. Oxygen seems fine. It seems a bit poorer here. You see how it's a bit darker than it is up here? I think we need to start putting some beds in. So what have we got here? We've got furniture, and it's a cot. We actually need a cot. So we put 1, 2, 3 beds in there. Maybe Jack will come and do that. He's building some floors up there. Now, as it happens, the 3 recruits that I've got are all narcoleptics, so they can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. They will just literally keel over and start snoring. But what happens is, as you reach the end of a cycle, they'll go to sleep anyway, and they will sleep through the night. You'll get a little notification of how much oxygen you've used, how much food you've used, and that sort of thing. We need to start thinking about making a toilet as well, don't we? So I think what I will do is, I think we'll build our ladder down into this water, just to use the water up. Or do I want them to use this? Oh, it's difficult. I don't know what to do. No, I think this is going to be our right. Yeah, this is where it's going to be. Right, I've got it in my head now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to dig down here, and then we're going to dig a ladder down here. All right, the ladder's going to go down here like this, and we'll put it to the bottom just in case we ever need to go in there. I've no idea why we would, but at the moment there's no bad air in there, so let's take advantage of that. I'm going to need to dig that up. I'm going to need to dig that up. Let's put a ladder in here. Okay. There's lots of plants down here, so maybe they'll be quite happy. Right, I need to change this ladder as well. This ladder needs to change. I want to cancel some of this. So where's cancel? Cancel this here, because I don't want a hole there. I want a hole maybe here to put my ladder in. Let's put the ladder in there. Now the reason I've done that is the guys are going to come down and they're going to start getting water out of here. What will also happen is any bad air, any carbon dioxide will find its way down to the lowest point, and what will happen is it will go in here and fill this up. Oh, they've all got tired, they're all going to bed. So let me tell you what's going to happen is all the oxygen, all this bad oxygen, see how it's starting to find its way down already? It goes to the lowest point. So it's going to find its way in here. Well, it's lovely, beautiful oxygen. Look at the colour of that compared to this. It's lovely, that. Right, well, we're going to dig into that, and all this beautiful oxygen will come up, all this bad stuff will come down. Now, what I didn't want is it falling into here, into this water, because they're going to come down and they're going to try and use this water. So, instead, what we're going to do is, I'm going to put the ladder in so that it's higher up, so the bad air will come down, and it'll sort of go, oh, I'll go this way. And we're going to have a big area here, which is going to have some special plants in. Now, those special plants will create oxygen, and we're going to use that to make oxygen for the rest of the base. Oh, look at that. It's really bad air there, isn't it? It's all sort of fallen down to the bottom, the deepest bit, you see. Anyway, so I said you get a I missed my midnight thing telling me how much oxygen and stuff I've used, but it'll be in here, reports, there we go. So it says that we've used 23 kilos or kilograms of oxygen, but we've made none. In fact, we've made none of anything. So we need to be thinking about getting oxygen and toilets pretty soon. Okay. Let's just build a bit more here. So the oxygen's going to live down here. The toilets are going to be, I don't know where. I think for the initial toilet we can maybe put one in here. Well, why not? Let's put toilet in. So that's in plumbing, because they're going to need it pretty soon. So I will prioritise that as well. So let's change that. There's a number 9. I can click on it. Boom. They'll make that into a toilet straight away, because they're going to need them very soon. They're going to start going, oh, I need the loo. And then they're going to start wetting themselves. And what's happening down here? Nothing. They've just stopped for some food. They've all stopped for food at the same time. And both saying toilets here now. You've had food. Why are you saying more food? Build the toilets. Build the toilets, guys. Yeah, I know. All of you are now saying you need toilet. Pierre's building them. Saying colony requires toilets. I know, I know. I know. Well, the toilets are there. Hey, there we go, Pierre's in there. And I think you need to put some dirt in there. That's why it was out of order. And I think that somebody came along and said, there's some dirt for the loot. And you can see the little... the animations on this and the graphics are fantastic. I mean, look, there's a little arrow showing you how full the toilet is. And also there's a little... one of those little trees that you get for your car to make it smell nice. At least they've got loo roll in there. I don't know where they got that from. But once they've dug through here, they'll be able to get water willy-nilly. Willy and or nilly. Now they've dug away that stone there. I didn't want that because we want to stop the air getting down that way, don't we? So build that, and I want that as a high priority, or else you're going to start getting bad oxygen going down there. There we go. There we go, they can get to water now, so they've got access to water. I don't need that ladder there, do I? If I put the ladder over here, then the air will flow straight into this area. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out a little bit more, because there's some algae there. 1, 2, 3, 4 tends to be about... Oh, look at this. What's this? Coal. Let's dig it out while I'm here. In fact, there's metal in the bottom of this. I think what I'll do is... What's that? What's that? Contaminated water. They're not going to enjoy walking in that. So let's dig this out. And I think what we'll do is we're going to put this on high priority. Alright. I don't necessarily want to go all the way over there. But I do want this. Because what's that? That's granite. Let's dig the granite out. I don't know what granite does. Now, as I said, the game is alpha. It's early access. It's nowhere near finished. You know. Let me just cancel. Let me just cancel those two. Those are just dirt. I'm going to dig a bit more floor out, but I don't want to dig it out now, or else they won't be able to reach up there. They can only reach a certain height. No, don't stop that. Cancel. 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 Cancel these. Sorry, guys. I forgot about that. We're not building that. Who's falling asleep? Ah, there she is. Maha, maha. Right, let's prioritize this over here for digging out. So let's do this. All this. So we've got a toilet now. I think what we do is we make a bigger priority on this as well here. Yeah, this is unreachable. It says it where my cursor is. It says underneath it. It says ladder, then it says awaiting material delivery, and then it says unreachable. So we can't actually get to that. I'm going to cancel those. So eventually, this is just going to be used for water. It's just going to be used so they can go down, get some water. This is going to be used, these two, I think we're going to use these eventually for a proper toilet system with running water and a shower and whatnot, and that's all going to go here. We look at our oxygen overlay. It's quite poisonous around here. We don't want people wandering around here, and it's starting to build up in here. Okay, you need to be careful of where the people work. Now, they can hold their breath, and they will come out if they feel that they're they're struggling, but you know, if they're a long way away from good air, then look, they're already complaining that the oxygen's bad. And they're in contaminated water. So let's get that water mopped up, because they don't like working in contaminated water. The air looks quite bad actually, doesn't it? Ooh, oh yeah, it's really bad. Right, okay, well, we need to get some oxygen, and we need a terrarium. But in order to do that, we need farming tech research. Okay, so we need to get some research going. Let me just mop this as well, because eventually we are going to put a couple of plants in here. I know, guys, I know. It's really bad, isn't it? So we need food source and oxygen generation. Oxygen's coming first. We've already got 20,000 calories, so that's okay. It's enough for a couple of days. We're alright. We don't need to worry too much. I was going to dig out the next layer. It takes a long while to dig this up, doesn't it? Can we prioritise this, please? Please, guys, can we... this. I know the air's bad. I know it's bad. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is, they're going to build this, aren't they? So we're going to want to start thinking about electricity here. So once I've got electricity, which is this, or this is the start of it, we can then start doing some research. So we're going to build this, and we're going to need a little battery to store that in. We're going to put batteries there. And then we need some wires which connects it all. So you see these little plug sockets here, and we're going to do this underground. Now I want proper ground there, don't I? I want proper tiles. So put proper tiles in like that. Now the guys have gone to sleep, and you know, you can look at the report and it says, oh, we've made none again, we've lost some calories, and yeah, all right, we're going to start doing it. We're going to start doing it. We're going to get there in a minute. You just need to bear with me a second. We're getting there. So the oxygen in the main bit of the base is fine. It looks quite blue. It looks nice. You can see how it's built up a bit here, and it is finding its way into here, which is not what I really wanted. Maybe I could just try and stop that a bit better by doing that. Maybe. Right, so they've finished down here, haven't they? It looks pretty bad. I was going to dig out this copper ore, but I can do it later. We'll have some proper oxygen down there soon. In fact, what I want to do is I want to make this priority 9. I want them to do that first, because I do want all the bad air accumulating down here, and there's a good reason for that. There's 2 good reasons for that. Look, see, look at that. Look at how bad that is. That's hydrogen, and we've got some chlorine in there. So I don't know whether that's heavier than air or lighter. What's that? Bleach stone, iron ore. Okay, well, there's all sorts in here. You see, abyssalite. Don't know what that is. Okay. Contaminated water. Ooh, contaminated oxygen. Look at that. That's... whoa, yeah, you don't want to be breathing that, do you? Very toxic up here. Wow, look at it. And that's contaminated water. That's what contaminated water looks like. It's all yellow. You don't want to be drinking that. So yeah, so the other reason that I wanted to stop all this bad air going down here, I want it going down here, is when we build our little oxygen plants, which are going to be here, they actually feed on the carbon dioxide. So they breathe that in and they breathe out oxygen, and it makes lovely, lovely, nice oxygen, which will float up through the base. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. The idea is we're going to build a toilet and a shower block here, which will maybe feed into this, which will become contaminated. But then we're going to filter that water and then feed it back into here, which will be beautiful, beautiful. That's the plan. That's the plan. So how are we doing, guys? Are we going to get some power in here? Once we get some power, we can do some research. So there's a research station here. So let's pop that in. Maybe there. Right. And we're going to need some electric, aren't we? Electric wire, which will go down here, across here, to the research station, and also to the batteries. So this is like a hamster wheel. Somebody will stand in the hamster wheel and run round like a madman, and then it will create electricity, which will fill up the batteries, and also people can use the battery power to do research. Lights up the research bench. So they're now building the wires, and one of them fell asleep on the spot. It just collapsed. Beautiful, and look now, Jack's in there, he's making electricity. There's a couple of meters on the side here. There's a lot of debris on the floor, but that'll get cleaned up in a bit. But you can see the battery power is going up. Now this is saying there's no fabrication queued and no research task selected. So if we click on it, we can do research. So what do we want? So I want this farming tech because I want this algae terrarium. So this is going to be my first thing. So I've selected that. Let's close the window. Boom. And it also says no fabrication queued. So for some reason you need to click on this, and then you can just click on this here. So novice research. Continuously do novice research. That's that. They'll do novice research till the end of time. Now they're digging stuff out over here. Now what I can do is maybe set this up as a food area. So we're gonna want maybe some plants in there, but I can't do planter boxes until I've got farming tech, which is bizarrely what we're researching, isn't it? Are we doing farming tech? I think we're doing farming tech. We can check the research up here. Yes, farming tech. So we'll be able to make some plants as well once we've got that research. So this is going to be my plant room. Now, look at this. We have a new person arriving. We can get a new person into the place. So if I click on this, I can choose a duplicant. And it's one of these. So what do I want? Do I want somebody who is good at cooking, medicine and tinkering, or somebody tinkering and learning, or tinkering and creativity? They're good at science, you see, those. That might be pretty good. These, they wake up feeling fresh and efficient, and they can move quickly underwater, which is good, but they fall asleep at the drop of a hat. This one is immune to a lot of things, but uses a lot more oxygen. This guy, again, immune, likes the interior decor to be nicer, but keeps going to the loo a lot. I think we're going to get this person. So hopefully this person, Nisbet, will do some of the science for us. And we can click print, and there you go. So we need to make her a bed, but she will now just trap on and help everybody else. There we go. She's now got a cot, or she will have in a bit when everybody gets their act together. I I can hear somebody snoring. Ah, Pierre's just dropped off and Nisbet's jumped straight on the research. Look. Beautiful. Well, there you go. So that is oxygen not included. We're going to carry on in another video, at least one more. As I said, it's early access, so there are things that may change in this, but it is a really polished game, and I'm enjoying playing it. I do enjoy dipping into this now and then, and it's good. I don't know how quickly they're developing it, so since I got the game, they haven't updated much. But what's Nisbet doing up there? What are you doing up there? Can you get down from there? I'm not sure she can. I don't know how she got up there. Oh, she can. She can get up and down that bit. Well, let's just dig that out because it worries me. Maybe they got up and they can't climb down. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing some more videos on this. Certainly, you'll get another one in the next day or two. So, obviously, if it's in the future from when I'm recording it, you will see 2 or 3. I hope you like the look of this. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know if you like the game, if you like the channel, whatever. Leave comments in the comments. I've been Backblast. I'll see you next time.